Just telling them to slow it up a bit as they continue to approach. One or two getting a little bit jig-joggy. They're off, they're away in the Unibet Greatwood Hurdle. Shortish run to the first. King William Rufus on the right with the pink sleeves is among those prominent. Welsh Charger orange jacket handy. So too No Ordinary Joe in the blue and yellow. And nose banded Fiercely Proud out wide in the leading line, as is Serious Challenge in the yellow. Rubber Ball in the red and yellow is just behind him. Mirabad with the flashy white face. A couple of lengths off the pace, racing keenly. Stablemate Favor not far off the leaders in the pink and brown. Meanwhile, 515 is the early back marker. Gibbs Island held up, nose banded. Iberico Lord and the McManus Hoops last of the main group as they make the extended run between the first couple of flights. So Welsh Charger in the orange, Fiercely Proud on the left, King William Rufus on the right, and Serious Challenge, the leading quartet over the second, followed over by No Ordinary Joe, and then Rubber Ball to Mirabad and Favor, who races up on the outer. Laffy, blue with the white hoops on the sleeves, mid-division, shadowing Alexei, yellow sleeves with a red cap. Castle Carrick and a white jacket races next, ahead of the nose-banded Gibbs Island, and then Helmvine to Dedicated Hero and Cracking Rhapsody. Put a Pound in the Jar in the maroon and white has got a couple behind. Iberico Lord is one of them, and 515 is Detached, last of the field, as they now begin the descent into the back straight and head on towards the third. So King William Rufus and Welsh Charger are pushing the pace along here. There'll be a good 10 or 12 lengths from first to last, and Serious Challenge just kicked that flight half to the ground. Again, 515 was the last to land. Mirabad is moving up into the leading group of three, red jacket for Harry Skelton, as they move on towards the fourth. Serious Challenge in the yellow, moving through to Welsh Charger and Mirabad, then King William Rufus and Rubber Ball and No Ordinary Joe, Fiercely Proud wide. Favor in the pink and brown is just in behind him, with Alexei followed in turn by Laffy, and then Helmvine, who's held together towards midfield. Stablemate Castle Carrick down on the ear in a white jacket is another of those held up, with Dedicated Hero, followed in turn by Gibbs Island. Iberico Lord, Put a Pound in the Jar and Cracking Rhapsody, and 515 is last of all as they approach the halfway point in the Unibet Greatwood Hurdle and head across the highest part of the track. Serious Challenge, the white-faced Mirabad now right alongside. Welsh Charger is out wide. Favor right in behind them with No Ordinary Joe and Rubber Ball in the red and yellow, and Alexei with the yellow sleeves. And then Laffy in a blue and white jacket, a Fiercely Proud and Helmvine as they prepare to come freewheeling on down the hill. They've got 3 flights of hurdles left to jump. Castle Carrick is still held up white jacket ahead of Dedicated Hero. King William Rufus losing ground. And then further back in the field, Put a Pound in the Jar to Gibbs Island, the patiently ridden Iberico Lord, and then Cracking Rhapsody, and 515 is completely tailed off and has never threatened to get involved. Moving on towards the third last then, Mirabad, white face, Welsh Charger is wide, Laffy, the hoops on the sleeves also wide, getting a bit closer. Favor still bang there, Helmvine, the blue and yellow on the sleeves is edging into the leading cluster. Alexei on the right, Serious Challenge eased off, is pulling up before the second last. So it's Mirabad and Harry Skelton in front here to Favor, Helmvine improving still. Then Alexei followed over by Laffy and Welsh Charger. A little bit of a break to the others, headed by the nose-banded Fiercely Proud to Put a Pound in the Jar in the maroon and white, who's running on. About to swing for home. A quarter mile left to go in the Unibet Greatwood. And it's the Helmvine who's moved through to Favor. Mirabad headed is now weakening. Alexei, yellow sleeves on the right, moving into third. Helmvine on down towards the last. Challenged by Alexei. They rise as one. Favor a couple lengths away, and then Welsh Charger. Alexei has now powered into the lead and is beginning to stretch away from Helmvine, and with every hoofbeat, Alexei is going further and further clear. For Brendan Powell, Joe Tizzard and Brocade Racing, Alexei has turned the Greatwood into a rout. Helmvine is second, very close for third between Favor, Welsh Charger, followed in by Fiercely Proud, Put a Pound in the Jar and Dedicated Hero.
Very good winner of the Greatwood. It's 3 winners at the meeting for Brendan Powell, and he was on board. Congratulations. I mean, he's smart, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is. I mean, I said to Joe, I don't really know how good he is, but he's certainly improving. And he'd have to, because I've ended up winning on him far too far. But the race went pretty smoothly. He jumped as well as he has done. He travelled nice. I just wanted to have something to aim at, or a bit of company over the last, and I thought I'd let him go and win his race and keep him up to his work, and I should have I should have looked to see how far clear I was, but no, it's a valuable handicap, and we don't know how good he is, so hopefully he could step up into graded level at some stage.
Well, he's looking that way, isn't he? I mean, you might not have to worry about the distance for handicaps, given the talent he's showing.
Yeah, hopefully not, but no, it's great for Garth and Anne. They've been massive supporters of the Tizzards and mine for a long time now, so it's great to give them a nice winner as well.
It's quite a partnership you're building up with Joe, isn't it? A great season last season together. This season has started fantastically, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've been back riding for the Tizzards for the last 5 seasons now, and loving every minute of it. So even more so when the horses are in form like they are. So long may it last. And
Joe was also saying that they're not really used to having fast 2-mile hurdlers like this. They're going to have to look at the programme book and find out what these races are all about.
Yeah, I think Joe usually looks at 2.5 miles and above for a lot of them, but he's obviously pretty quick. And I said to Joe at Ascot, I think he's got quicker since last year. So and we know that he handles this sort of ground as well.
Well, whether they're veterans or young horses coming through, you and Joe are right on the top of the world at the moment. Many congratulations.
Thanks very much, Lydia.
Thank you. Cheers. What a meeting. Joe Tizzard and Brendan Powell are enjoying a double today, and the highlight, of course, Alexei's romp in the Greatwood. You're going to have to get familiar with that top-class 2-mile hurdling programme, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. There is no plan, that's for certain at the moment. But the plan was Ascot and then here, and Garth and Anne are the best owners you could train for. They're so patient. I shocked Dan when I said, well, we could be going in a fortnight time, but I had to catch them when they were excited. So
what, to get to permission?
Well, they would normally, is it too soon? I knew what was coming, but the horse is thriving on his racing at the moment. He's improving all the time. He was very impressive today, wasn't he?
He was really impressive. What were you thinking as you were watching him go around?
Well, it was an easy watch, to be honest. I mean, he is a bit keen early. After Ascot, Brendan said, I think he's found an extra bit of pace. And we know he gets 2.5, so because he only a novice hurdle, but so fast run 2 really suits him. I just wondered what he was going to find coming to the last, and then he quickened away super.
Brendan is beating himself up for winning too far. You might not have to worry about. I mean, you're going to have to think about graded races, aren't you, in the medium to long term?
Yeah, I definitely will have to think about it. There's probably another handicap there. I don't. I haven't got past here. I don't think that I rode in the Greatwood very many times. We certainly haven't. I don't think Dad's had a runner in it, or we had a runner in it. So it's a different calendar. But I am a bit conscious that he ran twice in 2 weeks in big handicaps. So. We'll see how he comes out of it, and then we'll make a plan. We'll enjoy today first.
Well, they're quite special when they sneak up on you like this, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, the most nervous I felt was because Tom Malone bought him for Garth and Anne. He wanted to ride him in the charity race at Wincanton first time out last year. That was when I was most nervous. But he didn't train on last year. He won his 2 novice hurdles at Taunton, and impressively, but he didn't train on. He was quite light after the new year, and. So we knew we had a better horse this autumn, but where he's going to end up, we're not quite sure now.
So is your feeling that he's just matured and he's more able to take his racing now?
Yeah, and now he's fit. He doesn't take any training. I knew he'd improved from Chepstow, but I haven't had to do an awful lot since Ascot. So, but he looks $1 million in the paddock, and he's definitely getting better and better, isn't he? Where he ends up, we'll see. We'll enjoy the ride.
It's so exciting. You can't keep the smile off your face, and I can understand it. And also, you and Brendan. I mean, you've been together for ages now, but last season was brilliant, and this season, if anything, seems to be even better. He was mentioning he thinks the quality of the horses is improving all the time. Is that your perspective too?
Yeah, they definitely are. Young horses. We've got a young team. Like this one. It was beautiful on Friday with Eldorado Allen, but I haven't got too many of those older horses. So that's the excitement of the future, and the fact that we're coming here and they're winning, and they're winning every day of the week nearly at the moment. They're in that good a form, and but lots of novice hurdlers last year and again this year, which they're the horses that might just be a better novice chase, and might be a better handicap chase or whatever. So exciting time. The yard's buzzing, and these are all horses that I've been involved in buying, and it's all me. Like Dad's still part of the business, and he's there, but these are my horses, and then it's pretty exciting, simple as that.
It really is. The significance is absolutely clear. I'm not going to stand in the way of you watching the video all over again and seeing that very, very easy win. Such an exciting season ahead. Well done, Joe.
Cheers, Lydia. Thanks a lot.
You.
Thank you.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.